What's up guys, my name's Jay and today we're going to be going over some Harbor Freight tools. We're going to be going over a couple of the tools that I picked up today at my local Harbor Freight. I'll give you my likes, dislikes, and if I think they're worth the money. For those of you that don't know me, I've been a mechanic on and off again since 2006. I've worked as a Porsche technician when I first graduated from Universal Technical Institute. And then after that, I went to an independent shop and I started to work on all makes, all models. So my reviews are coming from a point of a professional standpoint. Now, as you can see, I have some of the Icon tools, which according to Harbor Freight are pro level tools. We'll be looking at some of those and I'll give you my honest opinion and how they compare to all of the Snap-on stuff that I have in my toolbox. But as you can see behind me, I have a US General box. As a matter of fact, I love this box. I actually sold my Snap-on box that I've had for 17 years to buy this bad boy, and I'll be kind of touching on that a little bit in this video. And one of the questions I do get all the time from people on some of the Harbor Freight tool Facebook pages is, how do I like the Icon stuff compared to my Snap-on stuff? Now I'm going to start this video off by saying I have both Snap-on and Icon. I like both, I enjoy both, I use both, and I'll kind of go over that a little bit. One of the things I'll point out is, as a Porsche technician, a lot of the stuff I used was metric. Most of the tools that I have that are Snap-on are metric. Now, when I went to go work at an independent dealer or independent shop, I actually had to buy some of the SAE stuff because I didn't own any of it as a Porsche technician. So most of my Icon stuff is going to be SAE because I bought it after leaving Porsche. Now I do have some metric Icon stuff, such as these offset wrenches. But again, in my 1/2-inch drive sockets, as you can see here, the metric are going to be Snap-on and the SAE are going to be the Icon brand. Same goes with my 3/8 hex drive. Again, this is Snap-on and the SAE is going to be in Icon. Now, one of the things that I really do enjoy from Icon are their pliers. As you can see, all of these that I have here are Icon, and then it goes to my Snap-on and Blue Point items here with my snap ring pliers and my regular mechanics pliers and my dikes, the regular needle nose, and the regular plier set. Again, that's all Snap-on, Blue Point, Snap-on, and then everything from here on over is Icon. Now today I did go and pick up some of these Icon items that I already have in Snap-on, and I'll be doing a direct comparison and give you my honest opinion on the two. Just like these 8-inch slip joint pliers, again, I have the Snap-on version, here's the Icon version, we'll be going over that. Now, as you can see, even though I was a professional technician for a very long time, I still enjoy a lot of the stuff from Harbor Freight. But now that I work out of my own shop, obviously I get to use this stuff on a daily basis, so I can give you guys an honest review. Now, I was really excited about this particular item. I have something similar to this as an actual ratchet bit set in the Blue Point version, but obviously it doesn't come with the case and it's just a little ratchet by itself. I'll show you that here. This is the Blue Point version of it right here. It's a flex head angle. It's just a fixed position. Obviously it's got the on-off switch. It's got the little knurled edge on it, but obviously with this one, it has a flex head on it that you can adjust to all sorts of angles. These are really great for doing dash work. I was also really curious in picking up this flex head 92 3/8 drive Icon ratchet. Now I did have one exactly like this style in Snap-on, but unfortunately it was stolen out of my truck. A buddy of mine left the door unlocked and they took a complete bag of Snap-on tools, including my Snap-on version of this. So we will be doing a comparison of this Icon Ratchet compared to some of the Snap-on ones that I have. Now I do have one that's similar, but not quite the same, because this one, of course, is not a flex head. So we'll go ahead and compare the teeth, how they feel, and the weight of everything like that. Now, something else I picked up today that I've never had in any brand is this Stubby 92 3/8 drive inch ratchet. I've actually already taken it out of the box, and the weight of it, I'm telling you guys, this thing feels awesome in the hand. I can see this being great for kind of doing coil on plugs or stuff like that in an engine bay where the room is not, you don't have a lot of room to do a lot of work in there. This is where I see this coming in really handy. Again, the weight of it, I'll put it on a scale and let you know how much this thing weighs. But I can tell you can fling this ratchet, and this is going to be a great tool. I'll probably use this one the most. One thing I bought today that I was not expecting to buy was this 21-inch S-Jaw quick adjust plier wrench. Now, where I can see using this is definitely on rear brake jobs. If I'm going to be driving in a rear piston on a brake caliper or something like that, I think these will come in fantastic. Now, I do have something similar in the Snap-on version, which are these. These are just a regular adjustable head pliers, slip joint pliers rather, and these ones I think are going to basically, instead of grabbing that, I'll be grabbing that. Additionally, I went and picked up a few more of these three-piece set drawer organizers. I already have one set here on the bottom drawer, and as you can see, it really keeps everything from, looking so junky. You can have things separated. They give you two long versions, right? And then they have this version right here that has the four little cubbies. I think I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of this here area with those organizers and make this look just a little bit better. Now today I did pick up the Bauer 20-volt Hypermax Lithium 1/4-inch hex compact impact driver along with the drill. Now I do own these two items in Milwaukee, but those are in my pack out set and they pretty much stay with that, so I don't have to keep going into my pack out set in order to get just my drill driver or the actual drill. Again, because if you know anything about the Milwaukee pack out, my drill and impact driver are in this particular case here, which means I have to remove all of this in order to get to that. And when I'm working on a car, this stuff is really for working around the farm, building shelters and stuff for the animals. This is more of like the home building stuff, those kinds of tools, saws, reciprocating saws. That's what I use this particular pack out set for. And as a matter of fact, I even have a set of wrenches in here and sockets with a ratchet and screwdrivers that are Milwaukee brand in here just for the farm. I don't use my automotive stuff for that particular reason. As you can see, these things are pretty much buried in here, and I like to keep them in my Milwaukee pack out set so that I'm not looking all over for them when I need them out on the farm. So I will be doing an entire video on my whole Milwaukee pack out set, and that'll be in a future video, so you guys stay tuned for that. And lastly, a couple of the things that I didn't touch on yet that I got at Harbor Freight are these Warrior branded three-piece quick change magnetic nut setter. I really bought this to go in my Milwaukee pack out kit because the size right there, 5/16, is what I use most of the time for setting up the sheet metal screws for like a metal building or some of the metal roofs that I have on some of the animal shelters here. While I have your attention, don't forget to hit like and subscribe and drop a comment down below. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, and it lets YouTube know that you actually like what you're watching. Additionally, guys, if you guys want to see a full toolbox tour going over every tool that I have in my box, go ahead and leave that in the comments below, and I'll go ahead and make that video if it's requested. Now, just on a quick note, I know I'm going to get a ton of questions on this floor. This is the Vevor flooring that I got off of Amazon under the name Happy Buy. I'll be doing a separate video on this to kind of give you guys my opinion on how I think it works in a professional type setting. All right, well, that's enough about me. Let's get to the tools. So really what I went to Harbor Freight today for was this. This is the U.S. General Power and Air Tool Drawer Organizer that will live in this drawer. As you can see, there's a lot of empty space here, and we're going to fill it up with all of this stuff. And although I do have an air compressor here in the shop, along with air tools, I pretty much like to use the battery stuff now. The battery technology has come so far that these things are kind of becoming obsolete unless you just really have something that just will not come off. So today we'll start off with these Bauer brushless impacts. So as you can see, I have an Ingersoll Rad 3/8 inch impact driver, which will be replaced by this, and the 1/2 inch Snap-on one that I typically use will be replaced with this one. This is a 1/2 inch drive, and if you can see by the size comparison, it's pretty compact, and I think I'm going to like that. So at my local Harbor Freight, I actually found out that they're running a deal on some of these Bauer packs. Okay, so if you buy one of these Bauer kits, they actually included a free battery on top of the battery that already comes in there. They also had a deal that if you bought one of the 3 amp hour batteries, you get one of these tools for free. And I believe it was the 1/2 inch one that came free when you bought the 3 amp hour battery. When you buy the Bauer 20 volt actual impact driver kit, it comes with an included 1.5 amp hour battery on top of the one that's already in the kit. Same thing with the actual drill driver kit. If you buy that kit, you get another 1.5 amp hour compact battery. So I think the first thing we'll go over today is this one. Let's go over this 3/8 impact and get our first take at this. I've never had an impact like this from Bauer, so let's open her up and see what we get. All right, I got us set up on our little bench here, our actual little workstation here that of course I got from Harbor Freight. These are the Yukon brand. They no longer offer the stainless steel top or the base cabinets or the wall cabinets in store, but they do offer the actual side cabinets. I'll put a link to those in the description below, and I absolutely love them, and I'll be doing a separate video on those as well. All right, first thing, we'll go ahead and open this up. I'll put it on the scale here so we can get an accurate weight, and we'll go from there. I mean, initial impressions, I love it when companies use like this matte cardboard. It just makes the product feel a lot, like it's got good quality. It's not the cheap, almost waxy, plasticky feeling cardboard, which some of the Pittsburgh tools come in. I think the Pittsburgh stuff sells just fine, but I think a lot more people would gravitate to it if it had some better packaging. So here we are. We got the obviously instruction manual. Looks like it does come with a little belt clip here, similar to the Milwaukee. I believe it can go on either side. We'll check that out. All right, right off the bat, this feels pretty good. Again, this is a brushless motor, just like the Milwaukee ones. We'll go ahead and put it here on the scale, turn this on. Of course, this Semtech scale is from Harbor Freight. Let's try to get this balanced here with all the weight sitting on it. We'll go ahead and do ounces. Comes in at exactly 42 ounces. Not sure you can see that, but it does say 42 ounces. Initially, right off the bat, this thing feels really good in the hand. I'm really liking the ergonomics of it. It's got really good texture here, right where your hand goes, right here up in the tang of the impact gun. It just feels really good. Let's see what else comes in this box. Cardboard. That's it. Of course, this obviously says tool only. Let me go ahead and grab one of my Bauer batteries and put it in. All right, I got one of the bigger 3 amp hour batteries right here. Let's see how this feels. And again, this does have different modes that you can select from, 1, 2, and 3. And I like that. I like how quickly it stops. It does have the little LED light there, just so that you can see what you're doing. Right off the bat, I really like it. Let's see what it weighs with the actual battery on it here. We'll go ahead and turn this on. With the 3 amp hour battery, It's going to come in at 64.4 ounces. We'll go ahead and take this one off and put the 1.5 amp hour battery that this actual drill driver shows to come with, the one that was included with the kit whenever you buy that deal that Harbor Freight currently has. So with the 1.5 amp hour battery, we're looking at 55.5 ounces. Now, according to Harbor Freight, this has 450 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque, is what it says on the box there. Like I said, it does have the 3-mode drive. This is the 3/8 version. This is going to be part number 2083CR-B. On this 3/8 drive one, in mode 1, it's going to be 0 to 1000 RPM in mode 1. In mode 2, it's going to be 0 to 1800 RPM. And in mode 3, it's going to be 0 to 2300 RPM. All right, now I've gone ahead and got the 1/2 inch one. Let's go ahead and open this one up, see how it compares in weight, and see how it feels in the hand. I'm pretty sure it's going to feel very similar. Again, these are actually very close in size, surprisingly, being that they are different drives, one being 3/8, one being 1/2 inch. So let's go ahead and pull this baby open and get our first impressions on this one. Again, got our instructions here. Again, has another belt clip, just like the Milwaukee ones do. And again, this one feels almost identical. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be the same type body. Let's put them side by side. Now, I will note that there is a pretty substantial color difference. This one is a much brighter red. This one is more like a matte red. Don't know if that matters to anybody. But again, we have the 3/8 and the 1/2 inch. And in the hand, this 3/8 feels heavier than this 1/2 inch. Just my initial thoughts here. Let's go ahead and put on the scale and we can see. Turn this baby on again. All right. This one's coming in at 42.6. And again, this one seems to feel lighter. Let's go ahead and turn it on here. Again, this one does have the 3 drive modes also. And according to Harbor Freight, the mode 1 is from 0 to 1000 RPM and 0 to 1300 IPM. So in mode 2, it's supposed to go to 0 to 1800 RPM. And in mode 3, it's supposed to go to 0 to 2300 RPM. And according to the box, it's 475 foot-pounds of torque, which is 25 more pounds than the actual 3/8 drive one. And this one in particular is going to be the 2085C-BR for the 1/2 inch. Let's go ahead and see what it weighs. With the 1.5 amp hour battery, comes in at 55.7. Take this one off, put the 3 amp hour one on there. Comes in right at 65 ounces. All right, next up we have the actual 1/4 inch hex compact impact driver. Now this one is the kit that does come with the battery and a charger and a bag. So let's get this cut open and get our first impressions on this. Again, it has that same nice matte packaging. I don't know why I like that so much, but it always seems that some of the cheaper stuff has the kind of waxy feeling packaging. Again, this bag is pretty nice. Again, this is going to live in my toolbox, so I'm not sure how much I'll actually use this bag. Again, when I got my Milwaukee pack out stuff, that stuff obviously rolls around on a little cart. With the wheels and the dolly type thing. Again, this one does come with a belt clip similar to the Milwaukee. We have the, I believe this is going to be the battery underneath here. No, it's just the charger. This is the charger by itself. Again, it gives you the different modes depending on what the battery is doing. These really are pretty sensitive. If you don't set the battery on there just right, you kind of will get an error sometimes. So you got to make sure that battery is seated all the way on there. It's the same thing with my Milwaukee if I don't seat it on there just right. So here we have the impact driver. Again, this color is a lot more similar to the 1/2 inch, so it's kind of more of a matte finish on this. Again, the handle feel is the same. It's got a great weight to it on the nose. Um, let's go ahead and throw this on the scale and get a good weight for this. Turn this on, let it tear out. So on this one right here, the impact driver by itself, tool only, is going to be 40.85 ounces. Throw the 3 amp hour on there, 63.3. Throw the 1.5 amp hour on there, and that's going to be 53.95. So this one actually has 3 LEDs on the nose of this thing. This thing is actually really nice. Impact drivers is probably one of the tools that I use most in a shop. When it comes to removing trim panels and stuff like that, or doing window regulators, these are worth their weight in gold. And again, this one right here, as a kit, is going to be the 1781C-B1. And again, that is for the kit. I'm not sure what the number would be for the tool only. The actual model that it shows on here is the 1781C-B1. So I don't know if you can only get this in the kit form, or if you can buy just a tool only in this impact driver. I didn't see it as a tool only in the store, but that doesn't mean that it's not offered like that. And again, this does come with the battery included. This is a 1.5 amp hour battery. As some of you may or may not know, you can actually check the status of the battery by pushing this little, I think they call it like a juice meter or something like that, that Bauer named it, on the back here. Again, this is a Hypermax lithium ion. Some of the older batteries that I have for an older Bauer drill that I have just says Bauer lithium. I'm not sure if these are the same, or if it's just a new, I'm not sure if these are the same, or if it's an actual new product with the Hypermax lithium ion. I'll do some research in that. But again, these are both 1.5 amp hour, and they're both lithium ion and 20 volt. Next up is going to be this drill driver kit. This calls it a 1/2 inch compact drill driver kit. Again, this one does come with a 1.5 amp hour battery, the charger, and a bag. So let's get this one opened up and throw this thing on a scale and get our impressions. Again, looks to be the same size bag. So here it is. Again, this one follows along suit with the 1/2 inch impact and the impact and the 1/4 inch impact driver. This is more of a matte red. I'm not really sure you can see that on camera, but this is a much brighter red, and this is more of a matte red. Again, like I said earlier, this is the only one that is like that bright red, and I really like that. So this one here has a 1/2 inch all metal keyless chuck. It's got all metal gear construction inside of this thing. It's got the 2-speed selector. So based on what you're working on, you can change the speed on this thing. You know, this you can use this to fastening things, but really whenever I get a drill like this with an actual chuck on it, I usually use it just for drilling. I don't really use it for fastening jobs. Um, but it's, you know, they call this a compact lightweight design, you know, to reduce fatigue. It's got some good weight to it, but it's not heavy by any means, right? So of course we have the same textured over molded grip here, and this one shows to have an LED light here. So let's get this one on the scale and see how much this weighs. So it's kind of tricky because the weight is all in the nose here. Let's see if I can get it to stand up like this. All right, so this one's coming in at 42.15 or 42.20 ounces. And again, a lot of that weight is on the front. So a lot of the other ones, obviously the anvil and everything is so much closer to your grip, but this one you can really feel is nose heavy. Let's go ahead and throw a battery in this thing and check out that LED. Of course, it points up right at your working area. Again, this is really going to be a nice unit here for the toolbox. All right, that's going to conclude everything that I got for the Bauer stuff, right? Again, we got the 3/8 impact, the 1/2 inch impact, the actual driver, the nut driver, and the actual drill driver. Those four things we picked up today. Now we're going to switch over to the icon stuff and get a review of that. All right, so as far as the icon stuff, we're going to go ahead and start off with the pliers here. These are the slip joint pliers, the 8-inch ones. These are going to be the PSJ8 from Harbor Freight, icon branded. And one of the tricks I found in getting these icons open is peeling the back up a little bit, and then you can slip them out that way. So again, these are the slip joint pliers. The thing I like about these over the Snap-on is these are actually 3 points of adjustment, right? So, you know, a lot of the times on the ones here from Snap-on, these are just 2 point. These are just 2 position. That's it. That was really smart of Icon to go ahead and do 3 points position, which is fantastic. Let's go ahead and throw these on the scale and we'll compare the two of them together. So the Icon slip joint pliers come in at 11.65 ounces. And the Snap-on ones come at 11.65. They weigh exactly the same. So again, these are, they say that these are a shear cutter, as you can see right here. That's something that these ones also do have. I've never used them like that to actually have the shear cutter, but these do have the cushion grip. These are a durable diamond serrated teeth. They're supposed to give you like a strong grip for really having that really strong pulling power on these. And I think I'm really going to like these. These are going to live right next to my Snap-on ones, and I'll be interchanging them. I'll do some more testing with them and see how they hold up and how they compare. Again, I've had these Snap-on ones for 17 years, so we'll try these. You will note that the Icon ones are a little bit longer, yeah, but they do weigh the same. All right, next we're going to go ahead and open up these the Icon adjustable joint channel pliers. These are the 9-inch version with part number PAJ9. All right, and again, here they are compared to the Snap-on version. Let's go ahead and throw these on the scale. Those are coming in at 14 ounces exactly. Let's throw the Snap-on ones on here. These ones coming at 3.35, so these ones actually are a little bit lighter. Let's see how they compare in size. They actually look identical in size. But one thing I can see right off the bat is the cushions on the Icon, the actual comfort grip on this Icon is much thicker than the Snap-on version. I've never had a problem with these hurting my hand, the Snap-on ones, but these ones offer even a lot more, considerable difference in thickness in the actual grips here. These ones again have the machine teeth, you know, for precise grabbing. The dipped handles for the added comfort, right? And these ones are the 9-inch length. You get a lot of leverage with these. Again, these ones are going to be item 5882 for these particular channel pliers. Another item I picked up today are these Icon 7-inch diagonal cutter pliers. And again, I have a set of Snap-on ones. I had a different set. This one actually doesn't belong in this kit. There was actually one smaller that was much more comparable to this one. But as it goes, having kids, they like to play with your tools, and I have no idea where it's at. Next up is going to be the diagonal cutters here. These are the 7-inch version. These ones are actually going to be a forged alloy steel. These ones are going to be pretty strong. Let's get these open, get these on the scale here. Again, the ones that I have from Snap-on is not a direct comparison. I did have a size very similar to this in Snap-on, but again, this was one of the ones that my kids decided they wanted to use more than I did. These are the 7-inch ones. You can see that the Snap-on ones, again, it's not a direct comparison, but these ones are more of an angle. These are more flush cut. They're straighter in the head design. So let's go ahead and throw these ones on the scale. 11.8 ounces. Again, the Snap-on version, 11.05 ounces. So pretty good comparison here. Again, at least along the head here, the comfort grip, the hand dipped comfort grip here seems to be thicker, and it goes a little bit further up the pliers here than the Snap-on version. The dipped handle do there. These ones right here, again, these ones have hardened cutting edges. Again, it is a forged alloy steel. These are, they're designed and engineered to repeatedly cut a wide range of materials. So, typically I try not to abuse my side cutters other than for, maybe some zip ties. And the item number here on the diagonal cutters is going to be the PDC-7. I also picked up these Icon flush cut pliers that I think I'm going to really enjoy using on zip ties because nobody likes to get cut by a really sharp zip tie. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these Icon flush cut pliers. These are a 3/4 inch jaw capacity, so they'll fit multiple cable and wire sizes. Again, they do have the dipped handles, like all the other pliers. They call these ones the flush cut ones. It gives you a clean cut so that you're really eliminating sharp edges and stuff. These ones again are heat treated steel with a fully polished finish that it's for durability. Let's go ahead and get this open here. This is a 6-inch version. Is the PFC-600. Like I said earlier, I've never owned these flush cut pliers from any brand at all whatsoever. So I'm curious to see how I like these. Again, I know I've mentioned zip ties a bunch of times, but working on a farm here and working on the automotive industry, you use a lot of zip ties, right? So and a lot of times when in the engine bay and stuff, when you put a new zip tie and you cut it with a regular set of pliers, it leaves a super sharp edge, and you go and stick your arm in there and it gets cut and stuff like that. So I'm really curious to see how these turn out. Again, this is the Icon brand, and right here it states that it's going to be for plastic and soft wire only. Okay, so these aren't made for cutting metal or anything like that, like the other set of dikes or the other set of side cutters are intended for. So this is really just for doing wiring or actually cutting zip ties specifically. We'll throw these on the scale here. Again, I don't have a Snap-on version of this to compare to. We'll go ahead and throw this on here and see what it weighs. And these are super light. They're coming in at 6.7 ounces. Again, they feel good in the hand, but again, you're not going to get tired wheeling these things around. 6.7 ounces, that's a great weight for a set of pliers like this. Obviously, you're not going to be doing a lot of repetitive work with this, so the weight really doesn't matter that much. But again, they feel good in the hand. They're not too heavy. They're not too light. I'm really going to enjoy testing these out. All right, now that we've gone over all of the Icon pliers that I bought today, I will be doing a video showing the ones that I've gotten previously. Again, these pistol grip ones here that I picked up the other day, I used on a customer of mine's vehicle, and I've never owned a set of pistol grip pliers like this, and man, do they really, really, really make some of the jobs easy. I was doing a valve cover gasket on a truck on a F-150 3.5 EcoBoost, and they have these little studs that go over the actual bolts for the valve or for the valve covers rather, and you can't really peel them off without breaking them. But with these pliers, I was able to grab the head of them really firmly and pull them and have it to where they didn't break the little zip tie that's on the top of that little stud, the little plastic stud. This is what I'm talking about right here. I actually tried to get one of them off using a different set of pliers, and it actually broke the zip tie. So then I went ahead and grabbed these pistol grip ones and was able to grab the top of it right along this edge here and pull it straight out without breaking the zip tie. So I'm really in love with those. I can do a separate review on those. Again, the only brand that I've ever had of these is the Icon, so I have nothing to compare them to, but I'm telling you, they saved me on that one particular job already. I also picked up this US General wire plier rack that holds 16 pliers. The reason I got this was obviously because I got some new pliers today, And as you can tell, wrong drawer. I'm probably going to end up needing it. Hopefully that fits underneath that lip right there. We'll go ahead and set that up and we'll see. Let's go ahead and get this thing open here. Again, this is a U.S. General brand. It's going to be item number 70022. Check your local website to see if your Harbor Freight near you has these in stock. I actually had to go to a different Harbor Freight not close to me to get this. They were out of stock at the one that was close to me, my closest one. And thankfully, the one close to where I was today actually had this in stock. So let's go ahead and see if this fits in here. All right, let's go ahead and move some of these out of the way here. And I'm probably going to try to see if it fits right along this front edge here, because I really don't want to have to put it there in the back. So according to the picture, you just put the handles in here this way. Let's see. Some of these I'm really worried about sticking up past like that. So we'll see if this actually is going to work out for me or not. We'll put the Snap-on ones right next to that. Some of my hose pliers here. Put this one here. Some of this is not really fitting that well so far, but let's see how if we can even close this drawer. Now, I know I mentioned earlier in the video that these have really thick handles, and it looks like it's having trouble. Oh, see, that's kind of what I was worried about. It looks like it kind of catches a little bit right there. Maybe I can get these to sit a different way if I turn them down. But let me mess with this real quick, and I'll come back to the video real quick. All right, so I was actually able to get all of the new pliers that I bought today, plus the ones that I already have in here, and it opened up some space. Obviously, I still have some room here. The only pliers I'm having trouble with are these ones right here. Again, these are the Icon ones. They kind of sit a little proud of the rack here. Everything else is below it. Those are the only ones that are kind of catching a little bit on there. So I might just lay these ones here flat along with these pistol grip ones, because obviously those pistol grip ones don't fit in there. But I did have some pliers stacked on top of each other here, and now everything can lay flat. Obviously I can put some of these actual vice grips in here as well and really clear up some more space, but these are all the pliers that I have right now. So if I do end up getting some more, I can fill this area or move these up here and put the other pliers up there. But so far, I really like this rack. It's kind of got like a wax coating on it or rubberized coating on it. It's not gonna mar up your pliers. I did have some trouble with the actual side cutters here, being that the dipped handles are super thick. Hit it earlier in the video, so these really, I could pull up the whole rack with those ones. So those are some pretty thick boys right there, and they do fit in there. They don't wiggle around like the rest of them do, but I'm not gonna let that bother me. I got one slot over here still left, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots still left there, and I really like it. And I might actually get another one for here to put some more and make some more room if I do end up getting more pliers. Now, being in this drawer reminded me, when I was at Harbor Freight today, they sell a Quinn version of this. As you can see, these are Blue Point branded, right? But I guarantee you that these ones right here are made by the exact same people as the ones who make the ones at Harbor Freight under the Quinn brand. So I have had some trouble with these breaking the tips off, but I'm probably not using them as intended. But don't spend the money on the Blue Point ones. You should actually get the Quinn ones, because I guarantee you they are the exact same ones. Going through my toolbox again, you can see this is a Snap-on 1/2-inch drive. I believe it's a 24-inch length breaker bar. And again, this is a Snap-on version. And yeah, about that. This, I broke this one, and no, before you guys comment, I did not have a cheater bar on this. This was straight body weight on this breaker bar. And here's the other piece to it. It's straight broke under just complete body weight. No I didn't have a treater pipe on this. So what did I do? I'll keep that there for warranty, but I went and bought me a Icon one that I've had zero trouble with. I absolutely love this thing and it's given me no problems so far. So, you know, as far as using it professionally, Icon's holding up and it's holding up very well. All right, so now I think I'm gonna go ahead and install this thing in that bottom drawer like I showed you earlier and get all of this stuff put up and show you how it looks. I know you guys see the chargers here. This obviously does have a power bank, but it's already full. I got 2 of my Milwaukee chargers in here, one of the Bauer ones, and then this one is for my Earthquake 3/8 electric impact, or correction, 3/8 electric ratchet. And that's about all that fits in here. I have some of my headlamps in here charging, but unfortunately those little battery chargers up there, they're gonna have to live up there because there's no more room in this drawer. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to touch base on this. I did pick this up today. I do have other magnetic trays, but obviously I wanted the blue one because it matches pretty much everything else I have, including my glove holder, my towel rack, in addition to my little hook there. And man, do I miss that car. I should have never sold that car. 2004 Cobra, competition orange. Why I ever got rid of it? One of the other items I picked up today was this US General small ultra grip flexible parts tray. I really could have used this the other day when I was working on my friend's truck. I was laying across the hood and all I had was the little radiator area where all of my tools were sliding all over the place. I had a fender cover on there, but obviously those don't have a lip on it like this does. So I think I'm really going to actually enjoy using this. I also picked up a set of these Bauer 3-piece impact rated socket adapter set in 1/2, 1/4, and 3/8. These will live with my actual impact driver here. I do have a set of these in Milwaukee, but again, those are in the pack out kit and I just don't want to have to go get them every time I need to use it. Just kidding, I actually need those. All right guys, so that's in there. There's this big lip back here, and to get it in, obviously this is wider than that lip, and I did kind of scratch it right here with the screw, but it's not a big deal. This is just a toolbox, kind of flaking the powder coat there a little bit. But all these little cups right here are adjustable. They have these little pegs on the back going up and down, so you can, it's really versatile. It's a really versatile little box. So let me get it loaded up and show you what the after result looks like. And there we are. I'm really digging how that looks. As you can see, obviously the bigger tools had to go further down in there, especially with the actual drill. It's got that longer shaft nose. All you gotta do is move the cup down and it holds them really well. I'm really happy with this. It's something I really wanted to get ever since I got this toolbox a couple weeks ago. Like I said, I had to drive to a different Harbor Freight that's not necessarily close to me to get this. They actually had it in stock. Well, all right, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I didn't get to go over all the tools that I bought today simply because this video would have been an hour long, and I don't feel like you guys want to hang out with me for that long. But there will be more videos to follow, me comparing and actually using some of these new Icon versus Snap-on tools that I bought. And we'll actually go more in depth on some of the things. I actually want to do a comparison video of the Bauer stuff to the Milwaukee stuff, just to kind of see for the price how they compare. Who doesn't love a good post Harbor Freight aftermath?
Early in the morning when the sun does rise,